With the final Splatfest now done and dusted, what I thought I would do in this video is compile all of the Splatfest results in Splatoon 2 into this video. One thing to quickly know is that I will not be including Japanese Splatfest results, otherwise this video would have gone on for like 45 minutes. One more thing to mention is that I wasn't sure whether to include the demo Splatfest or not. I know some people do class it as a Splatfest within Splatoon 2, others don't. But I thought, you know what, I may as well start off with the demo Splatfest, which did kick off in July 2017. Nintendo did release an eShop demo, basically allowing us to play Splatoon 2 before it did launch on the 21st of July in 2017. So this was between cake and ice cream did win 2-1. But the first official Splatfest in Splatoon 2 took place in August 2017, where we did see the introduction of a Splatfest exclusive stage known as Shifty Station. So this Splatfest was known as Mayo vs Ketchup, and Team Mayo did win 2-1. A month later, in September 2017, we had the Flight vs Invisibility Splatfest with Team Flight winning 2-1. Now in October 2017, it was the start of separate Splatfests in North America and Europe. In North America, you had Vampire vs Werewolf, where Vampire won 3-0 or 3-0. In Europe, we had Which Way Should Your Toilet Roll Hang? Front Roll versus Back Roll, with Front Roll winning 2-1. In November 2017, in North America, you had Sci-Fi vs Fantasy, with Fantasy winning 2-1. In Europe, we had Which Breakfast Do You Prefer? Warm Breakfast or Cold Breakfast, and Warm Breakfast won 2-1. In December 2017, in North America, you had Which Is Your Favourite Gift to Receive at Christmas or the holiday season? Sweaters or socks, with sweaters winning 3-0. In Europe, we had Which Is Your Favourite Entertainment, film or book, with film winning 2-1. North America and Europe joined forces once again in January 2018 with the Splatfest question: what is your favourite type of film or TV programme? Action or comedy? Comedy won 2-1. But in February 2018, North America and Europe have separate Splatfests once again, with North America the question being, what's more important to you, money versus love? And that was a question in Splatoon 1 in Japan, so that is a nice cool sort of turnaround, with love winning 2-1 in the North America Splatfest. In Europe, we had another stinker of a question in February 2018, with the question being, do you prefer to have your burgers with gherkins or without gherkins, with gherk out beating gherk in 3-0. In March 2018, we had another joint Splatfest in North America and Europe. This one was probably one of my favourites, with the question being, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And according to us, the chicken did come first, because chicken did win 2-1. April 2018, it was back to separate Splatfest with North America. Your question being, which sport do you prefer? Baseball or soccer? Baseball winning 2-1 in that Splatfest. In Europe, we had Which Is Best, salty or sweet popcorn, with Team Salty winning 2-1. Now in May 2018, we had the first and only Splatfest tournament. This was a sponsored tournament with Nickelodeon promoting the latest series in the TMNT animated sort of cartoon, and we had to pick what our favourite turtle was, and pretty much we had a Splatfest pretty much every single week in the month of May 2018, which was pretty cool. That was the most amount of Splatfest we have had in a month during Splatoon 2 and even Splatoon 1. So week 1 it was Wraith versus Leo. Wraith won 2-1. The second week it was Micah versus Donner. Donner won 2-1. The final was Wraith versus Donner, with Donner taking the whole tournament, winning 2-1. June 2018 was another joint Splatfest, with the question being, do you like pulp in your orange juice? Pulp won 2-1. July 2018 saw one of the biggest Splatfests we have had in Splatoon 2, with the question being Squid versus Octopus. This was to promote the Octo expansion DLC, which did come out in June 2018. Anyone on Team Octopus would play as an Octoling, even if they didn't complete the Octo expansion DLC. I think because of that, we saw a lot of people joining Team Octopus, which meant that Squid won 2-1. There was a common trend where the most popular team would lose the Splatfest. That trend did continue with that Splatfest in July 2018. In August 2018, North America had the question, what utensil is more useful, fork or spoon, with fork winning 2-1. In Europe, we had what type of vacation or holiday do you prefer? An adventure holiday or a relaxing holiday? Adventure did win 2-1. Now in September 2018, to combat everyone's complaints about pretty much most of the time the most popular team would lose the Splatfest, it did get a little bit too predictable. So to combat that situation, Nintendo did introduce a brand new Splatfest results system. Votes would remain one of the conditions, but now there would be two new Splatfest modes, normal and pro. For each win, you would get a score known as clout, and there were battles that were 10 times battles where you would get 10 times the clout, or 100 times battles where you would get 100 times the score, although 100 times battles were sort of rare and 10 times battles maybe appeared maybe once or twice at Splatfest if you were lucky. Your clout would contribute to your team's clout. So with Splatfest moving on from September 2018, they were determined by which team had the most votes and the most clout in normal and pro modes. I definitely was a fan of this introduction, so yeah, that is why the results screen might look a little bit different from now until the end of this video. So in September 2018, we had a joint Splatfest Retro versus Modern, with Modern winning 3-0. In October, we had the first Splatfest event where pretty much Splatfest would go on for 2 days instead of 1 day, and Nintendo would decorate Inkopolis Square relevant to that Splatfest event and do graffiti as well. One of the Splatfest events, Frosty Fest, which I will talk about in a couple of minutes, we had glittery ink as well. But the first Splatfest event was Splatoon. It was Trick or Treat, with Treat winning 2-1. In November 2018, North America had which is your favourite chip dip, salsa or guacamole. Salsa won 3-0. In Europe in November 2018, we had do you eat the best bit of your meal first or do you save it, with Save It winning 3-0. In December 2018, to celebrate Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's release, we had a Splatfest where it was the heroes of Smash Ultimate going up against the villains, which was a really cool Splatfest, with Team Villains winning 2-1. In January this year, we had the second Splatfest event, Frosty Fest, where the question was, who would you rather spend the holidays with, your friends or your family, with Team Friends winning 2-1. February saw another joint Splatfest, Pancakes versus Waffles. Waffles won 3-0. In March we had the Knights versus Wizards Splatfest, where you could dress up as the Amiibo gear, which did release maybe a few months before that, in August 2018 I do believe. But with that Splatfest we could dress up as that gear, which was pretty cool. Team Wizard did win 2-1. Back in April we had the third Splatfest event, Springfest. It was between Hare versus Tortoise, with Hare winning 2-1. We rewrote that famous fable with the tortoise always beating the hare. This time we rewrote it with the hare beating the tortoise. In May we all had what superpower would you prefer to have? Time travel or teleportation? Teleportation won 3-0. And in June we saw the final separate Splatfest, with North America having which is better, Unicorn or Narwhal. Narwhal won 3-0, or Narwhal, not sure how to pronounce it. In Europe we had what would you rather be, a kid or a grown-up, with grown-up winning 2-1. And finally, Team Chaos did win the final Splatfest, which means that Pearl did win 20 Splatfests, Marina did win 15 Splatfests out of all of the Splatfests in North America and Europe. That doesn't include a demo. If you do include a demo, Marina did win 16 Splatfests in total. So Pearl did win more Splatfests than Marina. So yeah, there are all of the Splatfest results in Splatoon 2. Yeah, we'll see you in another video soon, hopefully.